Chapter 752. With just a few words, the man silenced Yidr for a moment, then broke the silence with a sigh and a smile. I didn't expect to be so startled. It's my fault for noticing too late and not behaving properly. It's not about blaming you, Commander. Kishir appeared to have settled everything immediately after the incident, looking refreshed. However, sensing the emotions transmitted, Yidr inferred that Kishir still harbored a similar fervor. It's just that after seeing the wound on the leg, he was quickly moving past it. This would lead to Kishir's intended outcome, and having cooled off, he would be able to sleep comfortably. Logically, that was the right decision. But logic doesn't always point to the right answer. Yidr struggled to define the whirlwind of emotions and thoughts within him, but decided he didn't want to back down. The man, already adept at suppressing even his basic sexual desires through strength, had likely led himself to climax just now, not only to avoid awkwardness, but also because he had promised not to extinguish that heat in Yidr's presence. His calm and characteristic concentration weighed heavily on Yidr's heart. Today felt like the day Kishir had been completely liberated for the first time. Just the fact that Yidr had recognized this made him happy, smiling at the point who had laughed joyfully. He didn't want to be the reason for Kishir to fold his wings he had finally spread, regardless of any injuries or situations Yidr might face. He wanted to prove that he could continue to move forward with Kishir no matter what. So, for tonight at least, he wished for Kishir to spread his wings fully, even if it was greedy still. Because he had seen that face smiling awkwardly yet brightly with joy. Yes, that was what Yidr wanted to convey to Kishir, the essence of the freedom he longed to share with him. ... As Yidr struggled to organize his thoughts, a hand intervened, preventing him from habitually biting his lip. Their eyes met, connecting their gazes. Without a word, Kishir seemed to wear an expression as if he had already heard all the words Yidr wanted to say. Silence flowed, and finally, Kishir furrowed his brows, letting out a somewhat painful smile. So, this is what it means to understand each other's feelings? Everything I tried to hide and sort out has been conveyed to you, and in turn, I can't ignore the passionate and straight desire you hold. ... As the thumb that had been pressing and rubbing under Yidr's lips delved slightly inwards, Yidr hesitated for a moment before wrapping it with his tongue. The skin began to moisten slightly with saliva, but Kishir did not withdraw his finger. After confirming this, Yidr moved further, biting down on the finger that had entered his mouth and then letting go. The force was enough to leave a faint mark, but not to cause pain. Looking down at the finger with the mark, Kishir exhaled deeply. As the old saying goes, the most frightening persuasion is not one that strikes the mind but the heart. Indeed, there was no fault in that saying. As the whisper tickled his ear and the finger slipped from his lips, Kishir leaned down once more, deeply embracing Yidr's lips. After a deep kiss that left Yidr's head spinning, the man finally raised his head. A faint smile, as if he was lost in the resurgent, unexpected heat within his reddened eyes faintly lingered. Though unsure of the details, Yidr instinctively realized that he had partially unfolded Kishir's long-suppressed desires. His heart, initially bewildered, swelled with relief and joy. Commander, just once more, but not here. His fingers lightly gripped Yidr's hips before releasing them. Yidr, slightly dissatisfied, retorted, Why not? I have eyes. I know full well that my size isn't something to enjoy carelessly without thinking of the aftermath. I don't want to overexert someone who has much to do tomorrow. That would be nothing short of criminal. It was a stark admission, yet it rang true. But But just because we don't use that doesn't mean we can't be satisfied. Before either could say it was okay, Kishir spoke softly yet firmly, interrupting him. Simultaneously, his fingers moved slightly above the hip, pressing into the flesh of the thigh. That alone stirred a sensitive sensation inside Yudhir's untouched skin, causing his body to instinctively shudder. Seeing this, Kishir's red eyes twinkled with a knowing smile. I might have been clumsy just now, leaving you wanting, but it won't be the same this time. I will prove there is a way to please us both without using that. His hand holding the thigh slid upwards. Yudhir felt the need to speak out about one particular limitation. Lying face down won't work. I know, you dislike not being able to see faces. I remember that much, so don't worry. As his hand continued its ascent, leaving a trail of tingling sensation on the skin, it finally stopped at the ankle. The man holding Yudhir's ankles crossed smiled sweetly, then suddenly lifted them onto his shoulder. Yudhir was forced into a position where his thighs were tightly pressed together. Unable to guess his intentions, Yudhir blinked in observation. Soon, the scented oil from the bathhouse drenched the space between Kishir's hand and Yudhir's leg. The warm, slippery liquid, heated by the bathhouse's warmth, was strongly infused with Kishir's intense scent enveloping Yudhir. ... I will penetrate like this. Tense the insides of your legs and focus on me. Though Yudhir didn't grasp the meaning with his mind, his body reflexively tensed in response to the heated voice. Kishir, gripping the ankle on his shoulder, pushed his lower body forward as if to penetrate. Yudhir felt the hot presence sliding between his legs, instinctively tensing deep inside. However, Kishir's member didn't enter a hole but slid over it, forcefully wedging between the tightly closed thighs drenched in scented oil. The sensation of the oiled flesh sliding against another skin was startlingly unfamiliar. A gap forcibly opened between the tightly closed thighs above the perineum. The hot tip of Kishir's manhood slid up, piercingly pressing against Yudhir's own sack and shaft. In that moment, Yudhir involuntarily gasped in surprise. It was merely a frictional stroke between their groins, yet Yudhir felt a dizzying surge of pleasure in an instant. In the moment the enormity entered, the sensation of being opened was distinctly different from what could be felt in the belly. Yet there was undeniably a similar pressure. Yudhir, startled by this experience he had never encountered in his previous life, gasped for breath as Kishir watched his reaction intently, a smile gracing his lips. Didn't I say it would be good for both of us? That was all that could be said. Yudhir, feeling the rapid thrusting movements of the hips, tilted back his head. The insertion, inevitably necessitating caution, was similar yet entirely different in every aspect. The body was roughly shaken due to the much faster slipping and thrusting movements, and an unfamiliar heat emanated from the skin heated by friction. But what was clear was that this unfamiliar act was indeed pleasurable, just as Kishir had said. The relentless and unyielding tip of the phallus pierced and pushed up the perineum, causing shivers and involuntarily twisting of the hips every time it brushed against bone and hole. The sensation of it sliding under his own organ, pierced through the thighs, was so stimulating that Yudhir could hardly adapt to it. Yudhir, uttering moans as they came, grasped Kishir's arms. The man, not losing his grip on Kishir's ankles, crossed over his shoulders, firmly held them and pressed his lips there. Well,